This is a garden walk around July 12th. I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but a lot has changed. I moved my compost bins. They used to be there where the wire bins are. And you can see there's still some completed compost over there. It's a couple of years old. So I moved the compost bins. Now I can hook them in to the irrigation system and give them water that they need. They say that watering your compost is more important than flipping it. And I'm pretty sure I can confirm that from practice. And I did flail mow plot 6 and 5, and I started to clean out the weeds from around the asparagus patch. And in the next couple of days I'm going to rototill this and plant cowpeas and buckwheat and cover crop. These ambrosia cantaloupe have grown a lot, and there's probably a dozen melons here that are pretty nice size. You can gauge that, but it's about 8 inches, but there's a lot of them. And I've been doing very little pruning, and they're starting to smell sweet when you smell the bloom end. And I've gotten a little bit over a quart of mouse melons in the house. I'm going to begin fermenting today. This is what a mouse melon looks like. That one's, even when the little one next to it is actually pretty good to eat. But when they're about the size that I put my finger next to, they're better. They can get a little bit bigger than that. They'll start to turn almost like a yellow color. And if you look at remember the video from a couple of weeks ago, these are my okra. They've grown a lot. And last video I called this Katari. It's called Kajari. I learned something interesting about this. These will ripen on the counter, which will be really nice in the fall. There's probably a dozen of them in there, about the size of hard softballs. And that's my single cucumber, where the really big Hungarian heart is, and then you can see the Hungarian hearts in the background. Tomatoes. And these are my Goliath. I've been eating Goliath tomatoes for about a week now, every day, whether I want to or not. And I've got about a gallon of these broiled and frozen right now. These are pimentos. I'm ready for another batch to put in the oven. You can see all the red in there. And in the back there you can see, I'll walk around the other side because it's kind of hard to get through. And definitely behind schedule on canning or pickling some of these jalapenos. A lot of jalapenos. You can tell when they're turning red. You can see them. A lot of jalapenos. And these are my cranberry beans. I tried tying some of them up on the ends where they were laying down, and it's kind of a brittle, tender plant, so I think I'm just going to have to let them lay there. And they're flowering. I'm sure there's some pods on there now. And my potatoes, I could definitely harvest my potatoes right now. And these are my corn. And they look a lot different than they did 2 weeks ago. Most of the stalks have 2 ears on them. I thought they would have 3 ears, but there's 2 ears per stalk on almost every one. I think I might have seen some with 3, but there's only, seems like there's 2 ears of corn per stalk. And this zucchini plant, I haven't pulled it out because it still looks alive, but it's just barely hanging on. There's some flowers on there, but they're pretty small and sickly. And here you can see what the tied up zucchini looks like. You can see where I tied it up with what I call nursery tape or horticultural tape or something. It's like a stretchy, thick plastic tape, and every time you buy it at the home center, it's a little different gauge. This latest batch kind of see there's an older one on the bottom, but you can see the way they're tied up on the stakes. It makes it so much easier to control the squash bugs and track them. You can see my little sprayer over there. It's got an adjustable head that swivels around so I can squirt down, up, left, right. There's pyrethrin in there, and that doesn't. The squash bugs don't like pyrethrin, and because they're tied up like this, it's easy to, you know, keep track of or hunt down their when they lay the eggs. But squash bugs are pretty clever. You know, I found some of their eggs on some of the leaves on the corn. I'm gonna walk around a little bit. I don't want to drag this out like the last one, but you can kind of see the size of that zucchini plant. And I've got about a gallon of it cut up and frozen in my freezer already. So I'll be eating it for quite a while, which is good. I like it in the morning with white onions and eggs and garlic. And that's it. You can kind of see the garden is coming along real nice. Thanks for watching.